Off the ball, Sampy. Just needed clean hands taken by Joel Smith. Keeps the ball alive. Taken away by Judd. Mercurial Judd, the champ, runs to 50. Wobbles the ball off the boot. It's a bad kick. And over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Ben Cousins, 19. You can just see the fitness has kicked in, hasn't it? This last quarter, he's had a fair bit of it. 19 possessions, Judd 15 possessions, and Jacobs got hurt in that clash right in front of us, KB.
So Jacobs coming from the ground. So too Osman, and Barlow and Hodge back out there as Matera. He's dangerous here. Slips it out to Wooden. Thought about Fletcher. Fletcher eventually gets it from Seavey, and this will be an important kick. It hits the post. Would have made it very difficult from the Hawks if that went through. Fletcher's been dynamic.
I was critical of Collingwood last night when they had a chance late in the game. They had to go straight down the middle to the longest target. Let's see what Hawthorn does here. When you're 3 or 4 goals behind, you really need to push the ball down the centre corridor and just hopefully just punch it on.
Trent Crowe measures the kick nicely. And again, Thompson.
He's had a great game.
Mark number 10 for Nathan Thompson. To Matthew Ball. In the middle of the ground, he wants some runners. He's got some options now. Nick Reeves. But it's stopped for them. Yeah, it's stopped for them, hasn't it?
And look at the kick.
It's a poor kick.
Oh.
Play on the call. Cousins, well, he eventually gets it back. He thought he marked it. Well, he runs himself into trouble. Ball spills. Now a chance for the Hawks. Dixon to Ball, to Hodge, to Barlow. Back to Hodge. Kicks long. Everett the target. Pushing and shoving. Lynch did well. Spider recovers. He's already kicked one of these. Oh, dive is too late. He's got 2. He knows where the goals are, Spider. And the Spider Herculean dive on the line by David Rapunda. He keeps the Hawks in touch.
But what he does as a big man is that he keeps his feet, and you can see here, Lynch dropped the mark, probably at front position, but Spider just keeps in the contest. A lot of big fellas just don't worry about it, think it's a ground level ball that someone else will win. He just watches the ball intently, and that's why he gets the ball, and that's why he's such a dangerous forward.
We've played 19.5 minutes into this final term. The Hawks, 1964, they trail by 15 points. The Eagles, 11-13-79. That man on screen has booted 2 goals, 1 in the third quarter, and now 1 in this last term. Everett grits his teeth, comes charging in, taken away by Cousins. Just continues to work hard. Kerr paddles the ball long in front, breaks the tackle, finds Braun, his partner in crime, inside 50, playing in front this time, trying to kick the ball was Hay, taken by Judd. Judd from 15 metres out, quick snap, what a goal! He's got 3. Super quick, so dangerous, so close to goal.
Well, you go back to the cream, comes to the top. Daniel Kerr out of the centre bounce, just used his body well. And look at Judd push Green off the ball there. That's just body strength that Stephen Green, I don't know, he's been in the game a few years now and he just hadn't been able to build on that. That's a class act, knowing that the player was off balance, the ball's in the air, and he finishes off. He's kicked 3 goals now. He's had made his impact. Probably hasn't had as big a possession game, but 3 goals and 16 possessions, Chris Judd. Fantastic play from Daniel Kerr out of the centre bounce.
The Magenius, there he is. He's kicked 3. No disposals in the first term.
Well, the Eagles have had 53 more possessions, and they've taken 33 more marks.
And they lead by 21 points. And we're inside the last 6 minutes of the game.
Spider Everett now
heads back to the goal square.
Thompson looks like he's going to do the ruck work.
Yep. Hanson will come from the back and flip it over the top. Kane did well, very well to get it to Rees, and heads in the Spider direction. Lynch bodies him off the ball. It evades everybody. Lynch goes back, and he has some time. Switches, played to the outer side. Wonderful kick. Hunter likes his game. Been very busy. Fletcher continues to get it, make that number 30 disposals. And that is Adkins on a long lead. kicks the ball looking for Cox. And there's a push, but it's a mark anyway to Jonathan Hay. Now they switch the Hawks. Hodge goes back through the middle. Crode with some space. Goes short. Beaumont again presents. Now Green's run hard, he's out wide. Beautiful kick from Beaumont. Green could have kept going. Now goes to Williams. On a long lead. Got him. Well played, Hawthorn. They worked it well. Williams needs to finish off with a goal.
Yes, he does, and they did work it well through there, just switching the play in the corridor, coming outside. Stephen Green, great running from the defence. And Mark Williams, he's been too quick for Wirrapunda off the mark. David Wirrapunda's just lost that, well, he's been playing football for a long time now, just lost that explosive speed that he had early in his career. And he's playing up against a younger version of a David Wirrapunda when he was young.
Spent a lot of time on the bench. 4 marks in the third term. That's a beautiful kick. The Hawks are still alive. They won't go away. Williams finishes nicely. Margin back to 15 points, KB.
Well, he's kicked, 25 goals, 6 for the season, so he's a dead-eye dick. He's a very dangerous player, and he played a terrific third term. Really got the Hawks back to 10 points in that third term when he came off the bench. He's a real live one, and I reckon that passage of play was one of the best for Hawthorn because there was some urgency in moving the ball and transferring the play, and players running hard. Even that time when Williams took that mark, the ball was moved on very quickly to him, so maybe still a chance for the Hawks. They trail by 15 points. We've played 23 minutes into this last quarter. And the chant goes round York Park. Hawthorn, Hawthorn, Hawthorn. As Mark Williams, that man on screen, has breathed a bit of hope into the Hawthorn's chances. Everett in the ruck. He's been gallant today against Seaby. Gets his hands on the ball, down to Hodge. Here come the Hawks. Chance now for Beaumont.
Well done.
He's had a great last quarter. Hammers the ball in. Here comes Williams. Wirrapunda did well. Got a fist to the ball. Overrunning the ball that time was Kane. That was a big play for Hawthorn.
It was a big play for Wirrapunda because the ball was coming that quick, and the thing was, it wasn't just out in front of him enough that Williams could use that speed.
So it's a ball up 45 metres out from Hawthorn's goal. They trail by 15 points. Thompson doing the ruck work. Wooden had it and lost it. Hurried kick out of defence and marking. Running with the flight is Kane. Thompson wanted it wide, he goes long. Everett's going to be the target. Williams is getting back. The danger man. At ground level, Mitchell with strength forces the ball forward. Going to ground is Williams. Clark tried to hit Reese, couldn't find him. Wooden happy to see the ball towards the boundary line and sliding over his cousins. But a goal here, Tony, with 3.5 minutes left would be very interesting.
They'd be a lot more nervous in the West Coast Eagles coaches box if they could sneak one here. See if Everett goes over the back again, what they've set up here, Hawthorn.
Now we've got a whistle, and it's a Hawthorn free kick
To Mitchell.
to Sam Mitchell.
Well, that's the pressure when you've got a dominant ruckman and you know the play that they go to all the time, or Everett would want to go to, is Sam Mitchell around those congested plays.
Yeah.
And the opponent's probably thinking, I've got to stop Mitchell getting any space. And the umpire must have seen it behind. Got his arm. Still, you infringe a player, he gets the opportunity to get the Hawks back into it.
The national rising star has missed.
Gee, that hurts.
It does, doesn't it? Because you kick that, and then it's just 2 kicks to win the game.
Oh, hold on, it's a 50-metre penalty.
Oh!
Mitchell goes for the spear, it's a certain goal.
Where did that come from? Goal! Don't worry about that. They're still in the game. Peter Schwab could look on. Not sure what actually happened there, but Sam Mitchell gets a second shot at goal. 9 points the margin. Another thriller at York Park.
Just fantastic. And hold on, I just don't know why it would have happened, but someone must have mouthed off or someone went over the mark. And a 50-metre penalty at this stage.
And there it is, just pops it through.
He'll be breathing a sigh of relief there, KB. And now this game is live and kicking.
The drums are starting to beat at York Park. 12-13, 85 the Eagles. They lead by 9 points, 11-10, 66. There's Big Spider. And Cox make that Stevie at the centre bounce, taken away by Judd. He's been tied up by Reese and Spider Everett. So it's a ball up, take 2. Just over 2 minutes left. Seaby getting his hands on the ball first, taken away by Hodge. Hammers the ball back inside 50. Thompson runs out hard, goes the ground. He's hurt himself. Down goes Mitchell. Pop one high. Wouldn't make that. Atkins comes away. Tries to hit a target. Taken by Hay. Didn't really hit a target. Look at Judd trying to crash his way through. Tied up in the tackle. And there's Thompson. He hurt himself here when he was hit by Banfield.
Good bump. Fair bump. Both players put their body on the line. What about Judd when he ran through there, got tackled, then Cousins' desperation to get this ball up.
He carried the ball an extra 10 metres, taken away by Jones. Just shoveled the ball out. Butler needed a kind bounce. Kerr gets one. Loves to run with the ball. Charges the 50. Backs himself in. Daniel Kerr bends it back. Not enough. Through for behind.
Now please tell me that the Hawks are going to bomb this ball down the middle. Everett's going to tap the ball on. They have to go to Everett and numbers to the fall of the ball. West Coast Eagles have got a zone.
Well, Everett's too far away, Tony.
Well, he's just got to come up the ground. He's got the use anyway. They found free
They got a
pass.
loose man.
Everybody's getting tired now.
Kane goes back when he could have kept going forward. Here comes Beaumont. Left it for Lekas.
Good play.
Just over a minute remaining. The Hawks need 2 goals. They've got to do everything right from here on in. Lekas wants Everett. Thompson at the back. Ball spoiled. Little nudge from Beaumont. Hodge can't get through traffic. Somehow gets it out. That's a bad bounce for Brad Sewell. Eagles. There's a free kick. Advantage will be paid. The Eagles get out of danger. Butler gets it from Judd. Gives it over to Atkins. Atkins heads to the goal square. Graham held on to. He gets the free kick and gets the mark, but now the enemy is the clock. Loose players on the outer side for Hawthorn. Green can go back through the corridor. That's where they've been successful of late. Mitchell, Sabalo, Thompson.
Oh, free kick.
Free kick for a push.
Gee, get up quick. Has to get up quick.
Time off. 18 seconds remain. It's a tough contract. 2 goals. Long ball. Everett needs to mark.
Great kick.
He does. Time off. No. Still going. 4. They're going to run out of time. We're going to have another game decided here between these 2 sides by a kick. The Hawks have been gallant, but they've run out of time. Everett to make the margin 4 points. He's kicked it. He's been terrific with 3 goals, but the West Coast Eagles have done enough to win the game, and they are still in the race for the finals. Their 7th win.
Well, they were very brave in the last quarter, then Hawthorn. I thought maybe only in the last 10 minutes did they really get that game going where they wanted to move the ball so fast and transfer the ball and got some runners going to get that ball quickly into their forward line. And in the end, of course, they ran out of time. But in the end, the Eagles were too good over the course of the day, Tony. They played some better football, had some better players. That was a brave effort by Hawthorn. They'll take a lot out of this game. They'll be disappointed there's no 4 points, but the West Coast Eagles will be ecstatic.
I agree totally. It was just the dip of the class and some of the ball use in the first half, not the second half as much. But, they were courageous, and both these sides, really put a great effort in there today.
Well, let's go to the captain of the West Coast Eagles, Ben Cousins. He's with Wayne Schloss.
Yeah, Ben, congratulations. An important game this afternoon to come to York Park, a place you haven't played too well previously. They got over you last year. This win just keeps you in touch with the top 8.
Yeah, it does. I guess the important thing about today was to get a win away, and it means we've won 2 in a row, so we go back home with a little bit of momentum and hopefully come home strongly for the second half of the year.
Chad Fletcher today, a fantastic job given the fact that he had 30 touches, given yourself, Chris Judd and Daniel Kerr were really well held up until 3/4 time by some very determined Hawthorn players, but I thought his game today was terrific. 30 touches, as I said, important player in your midfield.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't realise he had that much of the footy, but he worked so hard, and I guess with the midfield we've got at the moment, we don't rely on one player getting a heap of the footy, and when a couple of us are down, usually, more often than not, someone else stands up.
An important game next week, the Bombers, Friday night at Subiaco.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had some good games against them, and they just got over us early in the year, so it'd be nice to get one back.
Congratulations, Ben. Enjoy the win.
Well, Ben Cousins, he certainly worked hard. He's blowing like a